Good afternoon, ladies. How are you all? I can see I'm live. I can see two people, three people have joined. Lovely to see you. If you want to put a hi or a heart in the comments, I'd love to know who's there. If you're watching this live, let me know with live in the comments or replay if you're watching this later. Happy Valentine's Day, 14th of February. My goodness me, doesn't time fly? I hope today, regardless of what you're doing, whether you have a partner or not, that you are showing yourself the mountain of self-love you deserve. So today we're going to talk about you're going to uncover the secrets to deep healing. I've got some notes here, so because I want to make sure I give you everything. And what I have really learned in the last year, as many of you know, it was a very traumatic year for me last year with the move and then with my ex-partner who I was so close to, such close friends, becoming so traumatically ill, clinging to life for 7 weeks. We were with him when he passed, and everything that's gone on since then, because obviously death is the first part of the new journey, isn't it? It's the end of one thing, but it's the start of a whole new world, a whole new life, a whole new way of living, being, thinking, feeling. Everything changes. And what I really recognized from last year, or the experiences of last year, is how deep I went within me without even realizing it. I went on a greater journey of self-discovery than I've ever been in my life. And I'm going to assume that the trauma prompted it. And whatever it was, it gave me layers of understanding that I couldn't have known I didn't have, because you don't know until life throws you another curveball. We're growing, we're on this journey, we're always moving forward, and we were always uncovering parts of ourselves that we were not aware of before, because literally the experience hasn't arrived for them to show up. And one of the things I've taken away from, excuse me, a bit of COVID cough. One of the things that I took away so powerfully from last year is how important it is to deliver healing to yourself. They talk about time healing all wounds. Time doesn't heal. What time does do, it creates a space, if you like, time between an event and now. And in that space, there's not just time, there's life, there's other things that come in, joyful things, sad things. So you get a greater awareness and understanding of life and yourself, and that space gets full of life and stuff. But the fact is, when something triggers you, that time that's created that distance collapses and you are back in the moment. And when you are back in the moment, or it feels you are back in the moment, you are back immediately in the pain. And something that happened when you were a child, a memory of a parent being difficult, maybe violent, whatever, it snaps you back into that time and space and that pain, and you can cry 30 or 40 years after an event. Now, obviously, there are other things, especially as we get older. There's divorces, there's losses of all sorts. Death is the obvious one. Our jobs, relationships die out, hopes, dreams, whatever. There is loss. This life is about love and loss, losses and gains. So it's so important that you don't rely on anyone but yourself to heal you, because if you don't heal you, you stay a smaller, shrunker version of yourself. You stay fearful. You are less resilient. You have lower self-esteem. You have poorer mental health. You can have poorer physical health. You can eat too much, drink too much, spend too much, do too much of any behavior with the intention of making yourself feel better, and the result is it makes you feel worse. So healing is so vital, and it's so important that you think, okay, I'm not going to live like this anymore. This happened. I know it did. It was wrong. I am not going to live like this anymore. I am not going to allow the hurts of my past discolor my present moment and allow me to make poorer choices to avoid being hurt again, because these are other aspects of emotional of not healing. You make poorer choices because you're avoiding the experience of joy you're supposed to have in this moment is colored by a past you cannot change, and only you can heal yourself. So this is what emotional healing's about. So I'm going to, and that's the importance of it. So I'm going to talk you through at the end. I'm going to give you a lovely exercise I want you to do, because you can heal yourself in any moment. You can put down the baggage of your past at any moment. And excuse me, it may well be that putting it down once is not enough. It may well be that you have to put it down 3 or 4 times, 5 or 6 times if you've been carrying it for a long time, or if the wound has been deep. And that is also very easy. You just have to be aware that you've allowed yourself to pick it back up again. And when you do, okay, I'm carrying this again, I'm putting it down. I'm putting it down. Because the more you put it down, the less power it has over you, the more empowered you feel, the quicker you heal, and the faster you move on. Certainly, even if you do have to put down your emotional baggage, your do your healing 3 or 4 times, 5 or 6 times, every time you do it, you will feel better. So why would you not do something that makes you feel better? None of the work I do in my alcohol recovery, my alcohol control, my life coaching, my midlife woman work, none of the work that I do around healing, about moving forward, about growth, about development, about finding peace, compassion, forgiveness, none of them hurt you. You may feel a little discomfort, but discomfort is a good thing because it's a sign of growth. It's a sign that you are moving forward, but it's not a discomfort that's going to make you cry. It's a discomfort that's actually, when you accept that it is a way of moving forward, that you're grateful for it, that you look for the discomfort, because with that little bit of discomfort that lasts you 5 minutes, maybe 3 minutes, maybe 2 minutes, maybe it doesn't last you a second after you've actually acted, that is your sign that you are committed to yourself and you are growing. And you're showing yourself over and over again that the baggage and wounds of your past are your choice to carry and your choice to put down. If you've got any questions, oh, I've got 3 comments. Do excuse, said Daisy, that's not what I meant to do. Let me just have a look at the comments. Oops, Daisy. So, hi, Margaret. Hi, Francis. Hi, Kirsty. Lovely to see you here. Thank you very much for taking the time to commit to yourself, to help yourself, because that's basically what you're doing when you're watching these lives. You're thinking, okay, Sonia has something that is of value to me. I am going to watch it. I'm going to listen. And hopefully, ladies, you and others are going to act. So ultimately, deep emotional healing is the process of accepting, because it's happened, addressing and resolving past traumas, hurts, and negative emotions. That's what it is. And for you to start the process of healing, you have to have the intention of, I am going to heal this. I am going to heal me. I am going to look after me, protect me. I. The answer is always in I. I am going to do this gentle, self-loving work because I deserve to feel better. I deserve to live in peace. I deserve happiness. I deserve joy. I deserve success. I deserve purpose. I deserve fulfillment. And I know I will have all those things when I have taken this small amount of time to heal myself, because that is literally what you'll get. Everything that holds you back in life is because of a past that's wounded you on some level or another. Everything. So healing, deep emotional healing, is the key to letting out what no longer serves you and letting in with excitement what will transform your life. So one of the biggest, first of all, you have to have the intention. I am going to do this. You've made a decision. I'm going to do this. Fantastic. Well done. The second step is to accept what has happened, to stop fighting or resisting, to stop trying to rationalize things you will never be able to rationalize, stop trying to label, understand, or fight your way round or through them. All of that is a total waste of time and your energy, and it doesn't offer you healing. The fact that you understand something more can make you feel more compassionate, but again, it doesn't bring you healing. You just want to let go. One of the reasons healing can seem to take so long is because people want to understand why what happened, why this person said that, why this person did this, whatever. But it's literally, in terms of healing, irrelevant. You don't need to know, you just need to let go. So you have the intention, you have the acceptance, and then you have the process of letting go. The pain you experienced in your past is an illusion. I'm not saying it didn't hurt you, but it's an illusion that you have created from experiences you didn't understand, probably or often, excuse me, at a much younger age, that you didn't understand and you didn't have the resources to cope with. Trauma literally is any event that you don't have the resources to cope with. So I grew up in in a very poor background. It was a lot of us. It was abusive. It was frightening. There was a lot of violence. And I was terrified of my mother, totally terrified of her. Now, as the young child I didn't see that she had 9 kids with no money, no life of her own. No, she was a very creative person, beautiful singer, no outlet for her talents. I didn't see any of that. I saw and felt the screaming harridan who was far too handy with her hands, her fists, if you like. That's what I saw at that time, because as children, we don't see what precedes the snap. We just see, feel, and hear the snap. Now, my mother was killed 27 years ago. Oh, no, she wasn't. She was about 33 years ago. And I view her now, from someone I thought I hated, who I was terrified of, I view her now through the lens of absolute compassion. Yes, I'm older, wiser, I've had more experience. However, I could be older, wiser, have more experience, and still hold on to those memories of her that terrified me. I was terrified of my mother, frightened to speak. It was a terrifying experience. So I have chosen that I will not live the rest of my life in shame or pain or fear or bitterness or regret. I will not do that. And for me to not do that, I had to take responsibility for my healing. And for me to do that, I simply had to start to look at the experiences I had from a different perception. Now, it doesn't mean that the new perceptions I've chosen that were evolved, it doesn't mean that they were right, but it doesn't mean also that the perceptions that I previously existed were right either. They were all created in my mind. The perceptions were created in my mind through my experiences, my memories. So to a certain degree, they were an illusion, the illusion of pain, and if you like, the illusion of joy. However, if you're going to look at life through any illusion, look at it through the illusion of joy, because what you look for, you will find. If you look at yourself, your past, through the illusion of pain, through the filter of pain, you will see, feel, and experience pain looking backwards in the present moment and moving forwards. If you choose to view life through joy, even when it's not joyful, I found this incredibly last year. In all that pain and stress and grief, I had joy. It's the way I look at life. It's the gratitude I have. Yes, it was huge loss, but so grateful for having the person. Your perception of life determines your reality. It really does. And that's another reason why healing is so important. Now, pain, your wounds, your hurt, your trauma, your upset live in your unconscious mind, because your unconscious mind is your feeling mind. It's where your beliefs live. It holds a record of everything that's happened in your life up until this very moment. And it holds onto it from the view you had of it. Now, the wonderful thing about the unconscious mind, and it controls 98% of your behavior, ultimately, even though you didn't know it at the time, you directed it. You directed it. You create the beliefs in your unconscious mind by what you think over and over again, that create feelings that land with you, that become beliefs, that are there to protect you from doing the same thing again, and therefore experiencing pain. Except those things that are preventing you now are now blocks to your happiness, your success, your fulfillment and joy. And the way you shift, you release, you heal is by shifting the way you feel by the way you think that allows you to heal. It's not about uncovering new truths as such. It's not about searching for new truths. It's about creating new truths. Creating new truths, alternative truths in your thinking that make you feel something that allow you to let go. Does that make sense? Hi, Jeanette. Lovely to see you too. So the onus of your healing is the intention to heal, the acceptance of what's happened, no more fighting, and then simple steps you do consistently. I'm going to give you a beautiful one in the moment that allow you to heal. And you know you're healing because you feel a bit better. And as I said earlier, if you have to do a healing exercise on the same trauma, wound, whatever, 10 times, all you're doing is making yourself feel better 10 times over. And every time you do it and you lean into it, you are delivering to yourself another chunk of healing. And then memories will come up that they won't have any emotion attached to them, or they'll have compassion attached to them. Like with my mother, when I think about her now, I think, oh, bless her, bless her. You know, she didn't want to be like that. She didn't want to be hitting her daughter. She didn't want to be screaming at her. She was struggling, and which is absolutely the truth. She was struggling. And I feel nothing but compassion. And whenever I think about my mum now, dead over 30 years, if I have any tears, they're of joy and thank you, Mum, thank you. Can you see how that would help me make decisions for me going forward? Can you see how that would help me? And that's ultimately what we're doing. We are midlife women. We want to make the rest of our lives the best of our lives. We don't want to be held back by shit that's no longer relevant. We're in a transitional stage. Our roles are changing. What's needed of us is changing. What we need of us is changing. Get rid of all the blocks and the shit that we just don't need anymore that stand in the way of this beautiful time of transformation. So, I'm going to give you a beautiful technique now that when you do it, will make you feel better. And when you do it consistently in any context, you will be showing yourself over and over again that you can be trusted to look after yourself, to support yourself and heal yourself, that you can let go. And when you show yourself you can do something and you do it over and over and you give yourself more and more evidence, the emotion, the pain, the fear, because we fear the pain, slips away. You don't even see it going. It just slips away. You just suddenly start to think differently, feel differently, believe differently, act differently. You feel more compassion. You feel more forgiveness. In compassion and forgiveness, you have peace. In compassion, forgiveness, peace, you have joy and love of yourself and life. How does that sound, ladies? Sounds pretty damn brilliant to me. So I want you to put your hands on your heart now, ladies, if you'd like to do this as we're talking. And I want you to close your eyes and take a couple of deep breaths. In through the nose, feel it go all the way down to your belly. And just breathe out again. You've got your hand on your heart. You're creating a connection between yourself and your heart. You feel safe when your hand is on your heart. And I want you to do that a couple of times. Breathe in slowly, deeply, all the way down to your belly, and then out again. And with your eyes closed, I'd like you to bring into your awareness now someone that you're either currently struggling with, that you want to be free of the pain, or a memory of someone that you've struggled with that's caused you huge pain. And as you close your eyes and bring that person into your awareness from the safety with your hand on your heart, I want you to relax your jaw. I want you to relax your shoulder. And I want you to look at this person now in that situation with compassion and forgiveness and awareness that you do not know what's going on. You do not know what's behind their behavior. You do not know, you have no idea, but you know it's got nothing to do with you. And as you look at this person in that situation now, with the awareness that you do not know what's going on, with compassion and forgiveness, you are starting to look through the illusion of pain. It's almost as though you're walking through a misty or a waterfall. They're on the other side of it, and you are now walking through that waterfall, through that mist, and you are standing beside that person, and you look around you, and you look at them, and you see them through the lens of compassion and forgiveness, and you don't know what's going on. And you ask yourself, or you say to yourself, I don't know what's happening here. I don't know why this person is acting this way. I know it has nothing to do with me. I feel compassion. I feel forgiveness. I feel love. I feel safe. And just stand there. I feel love. I feel safe. And notice what you notice now that you didn't notice before about the person and the situation. You're getting a broader, wider view with compassion and forgiveness and with your hand on your heart, and you are safe. And just observe what you sense is going on. Just observe what may or may not have been happening to that person, with the awareness that the pain they were causing is only ever a reflection of the pain they are in. So you are now watching someone in huge pain, and you are watching them from that safe space with compassion and forgiveness, and you are safe and you are loved. Stay there now, just for a little while, not in the event, but observing the event through the eyes of compassion and forgiveness for the pain you see they are in. Your hand is on your heart, and you are safe. And your hand is on your heart, and you are loved. Now I'd like you to notice that they are drifting away from you, getting smaller and smaller as they recede, smaller and smaller. And with them, they are taking the hurt that they caused you. And in your mind's eye now, they are so small and so insignificant. And they've taken all that hurt and pain with them. And when you're ready, open your eyes. Come back to me now. Come back to now. And then just notice what's shifted within you. Notice how differently you feel towards them. Whatever that feeling might be. It might be you feel more compassion. It might be you feel more forgiveness. It might be you feel lighter. This healing work is for you. It's not to absolve someone of their bad behavior. It's not to say it was okay. It is for you to feel better and safer and more loved in your own heart. So how did you find that, ladies? Can you let me know in the comments? Hi, Janet. And as I say, that is the secret to healing, the intention to heal, the intention, I'm not going to live my life like this anymore. I'm not going to allow this to hurt me anymore. I'm not going to choose to hold on to this pain. I'm going to choose to heal, the intention. Then you have the acceptance of what happened. You stop trying to fight it, to rationalize it, to understand it, to justify it. It's happened. You just accept it. And then it's about shifting your perspective in a way that brings you relief. And you put your hand on your heart, you've got that hand-heart connection, releases oxytocin, which is love, and you relax into it. And then you see the person that you are struggling with, or the situation, and you look at it through the illusion of pain, through the eyes of forgiveness, through the eyes of compassion, through the eyes of love, knowing that you are safe. Notice what you hadn't noticed before about the person, the pain they were in, and the pain they were in that they then inflicted on you. And notice then when you've taken everything you need to know to help you heal, that they start to drift away, to recede. So even if you were standing in front of them and they were 6 foot and you were 2 foot in your mind's eye, the further they go back away from you, the smaller they become, and with them, they took the hurt that they caused you, the pain that they caused you. And I honestly don't know anybody who doesn't look back and think, I wish I hadn't said that. I wish I hadn't done that. With my own son, the pain I caused him. But I have to heal that for me, because if I don't, I live the rest of my life in pain, and I create greater pain for him. Your healing is your responsibility. Listen to this. I hope you don't mind me sharing this. I won't say your name. Wow, that's the first time I've not felt hurt and anger when I thought of this memory. I feel peaceful, calm, and safe. Thank you, Sonia. I hadn't thought of thinking it in a different way. And that's the thing. We get so caught. Hi, Elaine. Lovely to see you. We get so caught up in believing that the way we are thinking and feeling is the only reality. And what we don't realize is we create constantly our reality with the way we think and feel. As I say, in this journey that I've been on in the last, since I stopped drinking, but again, life keeps throwing curveballs because this is life. And how I managed to get through last year with the gratitude and peace and joy and love and hope and faith. It's kind of blown my mind a little bit, in the most wonderful way. And when your mind is blown, it's like a bomb going off, if you like, and then it just settles bit by bit. So it's settling. This year is going to be my year. It's absolutely going to be my year. And it's just settling. I'm like, okay. So I'm going to come on live and do more of these with you. So excuse me. Does anybody have any questions for me, please? Anyone? If you've got any questions, please put them in the comments and I will come back. And I am glad that this has delivered what I wanted it to deliver to you. I have loads of incredible techniques that allow you to let go of what doesn't serve you, to release negative thoughts and feelings, to release blocks, to empower you, to move you forward. None of them cause you any pain. All of them deliver joy. So if you are ready to move on and you are just like, I want this, I don't know how to do this by myself, I want more. Don't think because you want it, don't ever accept that you can't have something just because you haven't got it now. Never accept that. Don't ever accept that. Reach out, we can talk. I do various coaching packages, from one-off like 90-minute sessions to 6-week, 12 weeks, whatever it is that is holding you back, whatever pain it is that's stopping you from living your best life fulfilled and with purpose and joy, then it's a choice you're making to stay there. It's a choice. And you could choose something else. So, excuse me, I hope you enjoyed that. I will be in the group more regularly now. As I say, this is going to be my year. And of course, if it's going to be my year, it's going to be your year too. Have a lovely afternoon. And have a lovely afternoon. And thank you so much for taking the time to join me. Take care. Bye-bye.